My name is Francisco Fontan. I was the first EU ambassador, dedicated ambassador to ASEAN. Only 3 years ago, I was still in Jakarta in that capacity, and since I've been posted here in headquarters in Brussels in the European External Action Service, dealing with other matters also relevant for ASEAN. And for the last year and a half as head of cabinet of the Secretary General, dealing with the world, not with one part of the world, but with all regions and all issues. But I've always kept ASEAN very, very close to my heart. The knowledge, the awareness, the investment on Asian affairs is something that has grown quite dramatically, I would say, in the last 20 years in Brussels, but especially maybe in the last 10 years, maybe a coincidence that is when the External Action Service was created. There was an acute awareness on the important role that ASEAN plays in Asia and increasingly in the world. I would say that the main reason and the main merit, to answer your question of why the European Union finally decided to devote a dedicated ambassador to ASEAN, is pretty much the merit of ASEAN on passing its message across. The realities are on the ground, but of course, as you know well, the message has to pass to decision makers and so on. For us, having an ambassador that is only thinking about ASEAN, I think did make a difference, not because of my work, which was the normal work of an ambassador, but because here people can have an interlocutor that tries to have an overall comprehensive view of the agendas and the interests, and put issues and opportunities in context. There is no doubt that the European Union has a lot to offer to any regional integration process, for the very simple reason that we started a long time ago with a very high level of ambition that has not decreased in several decades. You have crises, you have problems. If you take a snapshot, a picture of any time of the EU, you will find challenges and so on. But if you look at the film, at the movie of the European Union, the level of commitment, integration, and advance as a regional project is simply obvious for everyone to see. So we do have that level of experience to share and to offer. Is very different from saying that one model fits all. And then the other way around, if you ask me what the European Union can learn from ASEAN, the two things that I would say, the first one is very obvious, but it's very important, is ASEAN projects an image of Asia that is not superficial, it's not polarizing. It's a message and an image of hope and of future, of peaceful and a prosperous future for our societies, for our future generations. I think that's something very important for the European Union to learn, to listen to ASEAN voices, because ASEAN voices, at the end of the day, with different accents, you end up receiving very similar messages. But the people to people that you're asking about specifically, at the end of the day, is the most important one, because we don't do this economic cooperation for economic sake, and we don't do this political and security cooperation for politics or security sake. We do it for people. And if at the end of the day we don't manage to find the right interaction with that dimension, the whole project is hollow. Without the values that actually we share on the concern on adhering to our citizens and our population, the whole project lacks much sense. So enhancing the mobility of people for professional reasons, but also for tourism or for education, that has been a great asset for the European Union project to connect to people. And of course, there is the freedom of movement of goods and the freedom movement of capital. All of that makes that single market, that area of security, of freedom and prosperity, where all citizens, without exception of race, age, gender, ethnicity, of course, benefit. And then underpinning all of that, this is a community of law. You have a set of rights of the individuals that are then defended by European courts that are put on top of the national courts. The whole system is extremely advanced, is extremely deep, and you don't build it from one day to the next. And again, one should not replicate it. One should only draw inspiration from that. But the bottom line is that if you want the project to be alive, people have to be interested in the project because they see their interest in the project. There is values. We all want peace. We all want prosperity. We all want to be able to fulfill our dreams in the best way possible.